I've written several books and I have them back on the table. And a lot of them came back and said, how much is the book? And I said, we're not selling it. What do you mean you're not selling it? Why would you bring a book that you're not selling? Because if you like my presentation, and you really like my presentation, if you record a video testimonial for me, I'll give you the book. Why? Because that video testimonial is going to do a hell of a lot more for me than that $9.99. So if you guys I've talked to brokers, they go, oh, I have hundreds of customers. Really? Because I looked on your Google page and I haven't seen one testimonial. So you're the only one loving you. Okay? There's nothing wrong with self-love, but it's not going to necessarily get you any business. So video testimonials, guys. Post it to your website, send it as part of your email series. So let's say, let me pick on a name here. Let's say, I don't know why I keep looking at you, Don. So I'm going to go with Don. Okay? Let's say Don is a prospect of mine. So the first thing I do is I call him, we talk. Hey, Don, I'm going to work out a proposal for you based on the information you gave me. I'm going to send you over a quick little video. I'm going to record that. First thing you're going to get from me is an introduction, just kind of me on video saying, hey, this is who I am, this is what I do, da-da. Next thing you're going to get your proposal, your absolute proposal where I'm going to write it down for you. Next thing you're going to get a testimonial. That will probably come, next day. You'll get a testimonial email that just kind of talks about some of the other companies that we've helped that are in your same situation. So those are 3 emails. Don, when you do me a favor, will you promise to watch those 3 emails for me? Absolutely. That's all I ask. So you guys are like, well, I need a sales team. It's just me by myself. You don't understand, Billy, how busy I am. I don't have time to make money. I'm too busy being busy. I just opened up a whole sales team for you. Introduction, proposal, testimonial. Is that not a sales team? Okay, we'll leave it at that. Service hotline. If you're old like me, and I didn't realize I was old until everyone kept saying sir. Like, who is sir? Who is that? Little girls would pull up beside me in the car and they'd be looking, hey, how you doing? Excuse me? What you need, girl? What you need? Can you tell me, sir, how to get to... Oh, that wasn't the conversation I expected. I'm so sorry. But that's my age now. I'm 56, so that's my age. I love calling in on hotlines. It's the craziest thing. You tell me all those little infomercials, call 182, da-da-da, to hear what we have to... I'm like, hold on, baby. Yeah. And it's because of convenience. See, I don't have to stop what I'm doing to listen. I can still type and listen. I can still write and listen. So calling in on a hotline. What is a hotline? A hotline is nothing more than you recording your product or service. That's all it is. If you can say it over and over and over, you can video it or you can record it. So a lot of you are waiting. Did you follow? Oh, I've called him 10 times. He won't call me back. Because he doesn't want to get sold. Or she doesn't want to get sold. They want to hear your information. They just don't want to be sold. That's why when I'm buying a new car, I go on Sunday afternoons. Because I know there's nobody there but me. No salespeople, no nothing. Now, does that mean I'm not interested in the car? No. It just means I don't want to be sold. This is what a product hotline will allow you to do. And this is free. You can take one of your back lines, your second line, your third line, the fax line. Fax line? Really? Fax line? You can take your fax line, you can record on it. You can go out to free conference call, freeconferencecall.com, and use one of their tools to record something. And you just say, look, this is what we do, this is who we are, this is how we solve problems, this is what other people that are in your situation. You obviously called in because you have this issue, this is what we want to do. And now they called in. If you use free conference call, they actually track the phone number that you call from, and you get a list or a report of everyone that called you. So now, I can call you. Because here's the deal. If a person calls into any of your marketing numbers or a business number, they are off the do not call for 90 days. If a person calls into any of your marketing numbers or a number that you use as a primary business number, whatever number they call from is off the do not call for 90 days or until they say, put me back on the do not call. I'm not seeing the excitement I expected. Because that's the big issue. Oh, really, with this do not call, you don't understand. It ain't like the old days when I could just call 100 people, get the phone book, and start calling people and doing whatever. Well, now you can't. But now you can have them call you. So you can put that on your business card. Want to know what we do? Call our hotline. Want to know how we're doing it? Call our hotline. And I have some brokers that are actually setting up kind of an overview of the plan on a hotline, and the employees are calling into the hotline to hear the overview of the plan. I said overview because I have a lawyer sitting here. Okay. Okay. I said overview of the plan. Didn't say go into details. All right. This is free. This is out. Now, Karen, you have the Data Supercenter. Cornelia, you guys have the Data Supercenter. I built this into, I have a piece of technology that kind of covers all of this that we do, and I built it in there. And I think you and I were actually talking about setting it up, right?
Yeah. And I do have a chance to call email.
Okay, good. So we need to make sure we're doing that. But again, you don't need my technology. You can just use one of your back lines. Doesn't really matter. But use it. Create an audio recording and post it on your website and send it out as a podcast link in your email newsletter. Again, if you're dealing with an older audience or a bigger audience, video, audio, hotlines, all those things work well. Okay, a podcast is nothing more than two people recording something and sending it out. Not even two people a lot of times, just one person. So you can use Audacity from SourceForge. That's the name of the tool. It's called Audacity, by a company called SourceForge, and you can just record your audio. So any of you guys that want to go out to my site, I have so much video and audio on our site. InspireANation.org is the name of my site. InspireANation.org. InspireANation.org. What? It's not Williams Consulting or this or that. Nope. It's InspireNation.org, because I'm a big believer that I can build my wealth on top of the walls that I knock down for other people. That's my personal motto, and it's one I've always lived by. So I don't need my name on the shingle to say I'm important. Okay? My legacy is what's important. And I didn't understand that until I got older. And all of you got to understand that. Your legacy is what's important. What are people saying about you when you're not around? Who are you influencing when you're not there? When you die, how many people are actually going to say, this person made my life better? And if you run your business right, it's amazing what your legacy will be. Okay? All right. We already talked about referrals, so I'm going to skip that one. Build an email list. Guys, build an email list. Email is still the most effective, efficient way of marketing your business. You can send a video as an email. You can send an audio as an email. You can send a link as an email. You can do a download as an email. If you're a broker and you say, well, I don't really use email that much, or the person in my office or the people that I work with don't like email, you are limiting your business. Limiting it. So when you're here and you're networking, it's not just about getting a business card and calling somebody. It's about adding them to your email list. Okay? So always build an email list. Your business card should have a link to your website. Your website should have an email collection pop-up box. If you go to Inspire Nation, you're on there longer than 5 seconds, you're going to have something pop up that says, join our email list. Join our newsletter list. Why? Because the only people that fill that out are people that are actually interested in what I have to say. So it's the same thing for you. If people are coming to your site, if you have a website, if you don't have a website, that's the first problem. But if they're coming to your website, they honestly are there for a reason. People don't sit around and go, you know what? Go to the movies or go to my broker's website. Decisions, decisions, decisions. No. If they're on your website, they're there for a reason. So you might as well collect information. Know who's visiting you. All right. Build an email list. Facebook, LinkedIn. We're going to talk about social networking here for a while. What time do I have? I need to make sure I'm on.
12:30.
Okay, what time is it right now? So I have 15 minutes left? 15-ish? Okay. All right. Facebook and LinkedIn.
12:30 because it started late.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much. All right, so here's the deal. Facebook and LinkedIn can help you build your business. Pure and simple. But you got to know how to use them. They're not just there to be a yellow pages. Ooh, look at me, I'm awesome, look at me. They're also there to make sure that you're putting out sound information, you're putting out wisdom, you're sharing knowledge, you're doing all those other things. So connect with your target prospects and key influencers on LinkedIn and Facebook. See, my screen doesn't look like that. But anyway, so let me skip ahead actually, since I know I'm short on time. I'm going to show you how all this kind of works together. I'm going to go to, where are you? Okay, there's this tool called Hunter.io. Hunter.io, not .com, not .biz, Hunter.io. You sign up for a free Hunter.io account. You put in the corporate name, the corporate domain of any company in the United States, and it will pull any email address that's publicly listed and associated with that company. I don't care how big, I don't care how small. So now I take Hunter.io, and maybe let's say I wanted to write Pepsi-Cola. Okay? PepsiCo. And I'm like, how do I get to PepsiCo? How do I get to the HR director of PepsiCo? So I take Hunter.io, I put in whatever the domain is for PepsiCo, PepsiCo.com or whatever it is, and it pulls up 125 people on their email. I can download that list. I put my video on an email and say, hey guys, this is what I do. I'm this kind of broker. I don't put a link because if I just put this, it's spam. So I actually put a picture or put my video, depending on what tool you have, and I say, I'm Billy Williams, this is what I do. I specialize in working with large top 100 companies on helping with their benefits, helping with their voluntary program, helping with their ERISA law, helping with their this, helping with their that. And what I'd love to do is I would love to know who is the best person in your company to talk to. Usually I talk to the HR director or the VP of human resources, but if there's someone better, please respond to this email and let me know. It's marketing. I don't expect all 160 people to suddenly email me back and go, you need to talk to John. You need to talk to Susie. If I get one person to email me back and go, this is our HR person. Now what do? Where do I go next? I go to LinkedIn. Why do I go to LinkedIn? Because if you're a professional in this country and you're not on LinkedIn, you're not a professional. That's like saying, I'm a business, but I don't have a website. Really? You're a business, but you don't have a website? Okay? If I'm stepping on toes, sorry. So I go to LinkedIn, and I put in that email address. And I search for who that person is. And now I send them a connection request. And on that connection request I put, hey, I was given your name by whoever from your company as the person to talk to about your benefits. I'd love to sit down and have a 5-minute phone call with you. This is what I do. In fact, I've included a little introduction video so you can put a name and a face together. This isn't rocket science. You know who does this for our company? Our high school interns. Yes, our high school interns. So you don't have to be CS this and MG this and DG that and CPS this and AF. You don't have to be all that. Because what I found is $ trumps all that stuff. You can have a high school kid do this for you. You can go on Fiverr.com if you just want to spend a little bit of money. Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and pay somebody to do this. Now, if you're an inbound talker, this is perfect for you, because that means if that person says, yeah, I'm very interested, let's talk. This is perfect. You're not out there beating the bushes every day. Guys, it doesn't take that much. And so let's go back up to LinkedIn and Facebook. So LinkedIn is a perfect tool to connect with people. Facebook is a great tool. Here's the deal about Facebook. It's not just about posting. Facebook gives you 3 unique things you can do on Facebook that you can't do anywhere else. Number 1, Facebook allows you to create Facebook groups. Facebook groups. These can be open groups or these can be closed groups. A closed group would be, let's say I've got 20 people that I need to put the same information out to, but I don't want the whole world hearing that information. But it's not information that's going to break ERISA law or anything like that. It's just basic information. I create a group, a closed group, and I invite the people to the group. Now I own that group. It's mine. Number 2, tags. That little @ sign. Every time you put @ and it pulls up the person's name, if I put @ Don Cooper, it will pull up his name. Every time I do a post, that post, he gets notified that I'm discussing him in a post. So if there's a person that you've been calling and you've been calling and you've been calling and you can't get in touch with them, they won't call you back, why don't you just put a little post out? Or put a little private message or put a little post out. Hey, this is what I've been doing to help other people. This is what I've got this talk coming up. I'm speaking at the church. I'm doing this. I'm doing whatever. @ Don Cooper. @ Gabby Cooper. @ Joe Cooper. @ Susie Cooper. And guess what? All of them get notified that you're discussing them in a post. And I don't care what anybody says. We are nosy people. If you are talking about me, I want to know what you're saying. So now all of a sudden they're engaged. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's move on. Conference calls. Remember I told you I love to call into hotlines? I also love to call into conference calls. If I can say it over and over and over and over and over, I can video, I can repeat it, I can download it, I can write it up, I can record it. A conference call is a phenomenal way. All of us, let's be honest, all of us in this room have been on a conference call probably within the last week. Right? Some kind of conference call or some kind of webinar or some kind of whatever. The only people to show up to conference calls are people that are actually interested in the topic. Or they wouldn't show up. So let me tell you something I used to do. Well, I still have agents that do it. When I was an Allstate agent, Allstate had this thing called AHL, Allstate Heritage Life, and then they had their benefits program. Nobody was selling benefits. Nobody. Voluntary benefits. And Allstate had some amazing, I thought, voluntary benefits. You know, their cancer, heart attack, and stroke was extremely good. Okay, I have it myself to this day. Their accident policy for people that didn't qualify for life insurance, I could get them an accident policy that automatically came with $20,000 in life insurance with no underwriting. So while it didn't provide the $1 million that they wanted, it gave them something. So I would go around and I'd go to the sports leagues where, you know, the different parks. And I would say, are you a parent? Yeah. Here's my card. Are you a parent? Yeah, here's my card. In 15 minutes, I'm going to have a conference call where I'm going to discuss accident policies. Because you have a kid who's out here playing. And at any moment, heaven forbid, they could twist an ankle, they could get an arm, you know, anything could happen. So in 15 minutes, I'm going to have a conference call. How are you going to have a 15 minutes? Because I'm going to go sit in my car, get on my phone, and we're going to have a conference call. Sometimes I have 3 parents show up. Sometimes I have 15 or 20 parents show up. But it's marketing. And I had a designated time on my schedule to do it. Saturday mornings from 10 to 12, go to the parks, hand out your business card, run 2 different conference calls, one at 11 and one at 11:30, and talk about the accident policy. In 2006 and 2007, I sold more accident policies than any other Allstate agent in the country. Out of Mundelein, Illinois. And I'm sure all of you are like, Mundelein, man, I ain't been there ever. All right. Same thing. You can do a free conference call. You can do a free webinar. Freescreensharing.com is where you can do your free webinar. Here's the deal. You guys are trying to do this alone. I don't do things alone. I learned early, being a military brat and being in the military, team. Together, everyone achieves more. Okay? Teamwork makes the dream work, and all those other little sayings that we got, right? So, there's a lot of knowledge in this room. I sat with those speakers last night at dinner, and I was like a kid in a candy store. I was just asking questions, and then they were like, can we eat? Later. Okay, right now I need to know, because here's the deal. I'm an investor. I don't know anything about health insurance. I know how to buy a health insurance agency. I know how to buy a P&C agency. I know how to buy med subs and benefits. I know how to invest. But I don't know anything about health insurance, and I was very honest about it. I don't know anything about health insurance. But I'm sitting with the experts. But guess what's going to happen now? I don't have to know. I know the experts. So when I'm meeting with my group, I don't have to know that. Don's got 42 years. Okay? 42 years of doing this. What the hell can I know? So Don, will you come on a joint podcast with me, or come on a joint webinar or joint conference call and share your information and knowledge with my team or with prospects? Hey guys, I know you're still trying to make up your mind. You're trying to decide between me and this group, or me and this person, or me and this agency. Here's something that I'm doing. I'm doing a conference call where I'm going to have an expert on who's been doing this for 40 plus years, and he's going to share with you some of those tricks and tips that you probably don't know, that I may not even know, but he's part of my team. Don't try to do this alone. Every one of these vendors, I promise you, will be more than happy to get in front of your audience and share their expertise and knowledge. Vendors, am I lying? They're actually jumping up and down saying, yes, we love to. You just don't see it because they're in a transitional meditation state right now. Don't try to do this alone, guys. Do joint webinars, do joint conference calls, do joint podcasts. You don't have to be the expert if you know the expert. And get over your own ego. Get over your own arrogance. Ego will destroy you. Ego is what you do. Arrogance is what you refuse to do. Ego and arrogance are based on emotion. Emotion sits between thought and action. All that space between what you thought about or what you did is filled with emotion. Anything you put emotion in front of is magnified. So if you put emotion in front of your problems, they seem bigger than what they really are. If you put emotion in front of your solutions, it seems bigger than what it really is, better than what it really is. So keep emotion out of it. How do you control emotion? Have a checklist. Have a process. Have a set order. Remove remove that space between action, or between thought and action. Have you done this yet? I was going to, but then I thought about, we're done. We're ruined. We're screwed. Why hasn't, I was getting ready to, but then I thought. If you follow a process, follow a checklist, follow an order, there is no thought. In the military, if we thought too much, people died. People die. If I'm jumping out of an airplane and I have to think about pulling my ripcord, I don't know now's the right time. Why is this leather? Shouldn't this be like a polyurethane mix or something? Bam! Now I hit the ground. Because I was too busy thinking. But the process is you go out. In fact, the military is so smart. Depending on what level of paratrooper you are, you're tethered. It'll pull it for you because it doesn't want you thinking about it. So it does it for you. Remove that space between thought and action by putting processes in place, by putting schedules in place, by putting a set way of doing things in place. And that'll remove the emotion, which will stop you from doing many of the things that you're doing and not doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. Does that make sense? Okay, how much time do I have left? 2 minutes, all right.
4.
4. Okay, 4. So we're going to end up some powerful things. Sumome.com. SUMOME.com. That little pop-up box where you go to someone's website, that little pop-up box, powerful. That's a money-making box. And it's free. Sumome.com should be on all your websites. It's just a little code that you put on there. You can say, you can put anything you want. Join our newsletter, sign up for this, download our information, order my ebook, do whatever it is you want to do. But Sumome.com. All right. I already told you about Hunter.io. We talked about social networking. Don't forget Instagram, Pinterest, and other sites. Those work as well. So let me give you this example. One of my brokers in Lexington, Kentucky was like, Billy, you don't understand how hard it is in Lexington, Kentucky to do this. And you got all these big companies. You got this and you got that. It's okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go out to Instagram. We're going to put in Lexington, Kentucky. That's it. So